she is going to teach us Aditya hridayam. Over to you, Rama madam.
Hariom. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good evening to you all. Today, let us study the significance of Aditya hridayam before learning the chanting. The chanting, we can do it later in another session.
Yes.
Aditya hridayam is one of our most popular prayers. It is usually taught to young ones like you all from childhood for success and achievement in life. The children do not know the philosophical content of the text, but they know that Sri Rama was victorious over Ravana after doing this worship. It was a commendable strategy of our ancestors to teach such passages even to kids with the hope that they might come to know the real meaning sometime later in their life. In the next slide, we see why this stotram was revealed to Sri Rama. In the next slide. In the prolonged war between Sri Rama and Ravana, sir, next slide, sir. Yeah.
Yes,
in the prolonged war between Sri Rama and Ravana, both of them are fatigued at one time or the other. The celestial beings and sages stand in the sky and watch the war with bated breath, cheering and wishing success to Sri Rama. Similarly, the Asuras cheer and wish success to Ravana. Ravana is morally defeated by the ferocity of Sri Rama and is unable to hold his bow or even fix arrows on the bowstring. On the other hand, Lord Sri Rama is also depleted of physical energy, lacking hope and mental strength after fighting a fierce battle with a demon king, Ravana, for several days. Sri Rama was in a thoughtful mood about how to kill Ravana. Sage Agastya notices that Sri Rama needs some divine blessing and strength. He reveals the highly cherished secret mantra, the Aditya hridayam. So Sri Rama is the student and the sage Agastya is the teacher. The venue of this stotram was the battlefield. Let us see the more information about Agastya Rishi in the next slide. The sage Agastya appears in major Puranas, Itihasas, both the epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. In Ramayana, he gives Sri Rama weapons to win the war and does so again Dronacharya in Mahabharata. He is one of the 7 most revered Saptarishis reflected in the Vedic text. The word Agastya means mover of the unmoving, that is the mountains, the Vindhya mountains. Rishi Agastya invented electrovoltaic cell and gave the method of electrolysis to produce oxygen and hydrogen from water. This you have seen from the first slide. Now, as we move on to the next slide, we see the similarities between Bhagavad Gita and Aditya hridayam. Next slide, sir.
1 minute.
Both this Aditya hridayam and Bhagavad Gita teachings are revealed in the battlefield and to the 2 warriors. Was in a depressing mood, unable to decide of action. Here, Sri Rama has no such indecision, but he is in need of a divine inspiration and blessings in accomplishing his task. In the Gita, the subject is the knowledge of Brahman, the supreme reality, whereas in Aditya hridayam, the subject matter is Upasana of the supreme reality in the form of sun. Now let us know why Vishnu had to take Sri Rama avatar as a human being. Next slide, sir. However, in the war field, revealing Rama's divine nature would amount to violating the boon given by Brahmaji to Ravana, that he could not be killed by anyone, divine being, or by any demon. Ravana, in his arrogance, had not asked for his destruction from humans or monkeys. Hence, Vishnu had to take avatar in a human form in order to fulfill the boon given by the Creator to Ravana. So throughout the Ramayana, Valmiki has portrayed Sri Rama as a human being reacting with human emotions in all situations. Now with this background, let us see what was the cause for Sri Rama's worry. Sri Rama's worry was about how he has to kill Ravana without exposing his supreme nature. Sri Rama knew that Ravana is endowed with several boons given by Brahmaji and others. If Sri Rama has to overpower him, he needs divine blessings and strength. He is in the battlefield desperately leaning on his bow. Sage Agastya intervenes and teaches him the meditation on the cosmic being as the sun. Sri Rama, like Arjuna, is merely a pretext for revealing this stotram for all of us. As we progress to the next slide, we see why sun is chosen as the symbol of meditation on the cosmic being. In this stotram, the sage claims that Yeshaha, meaning the one right in front of you, that is the one you are experiencing every day, every moment during the daytime, is the creator, sustainer, etc. He is in need all the gods, the yajnas and the fruit of yajnas. He is the Lord of all activities of all the beings. He is the highest visible manifestation of the Supreme. His all-pervading rays shines everything. The heat sustains the life on the earth. The light of the sun regulates our lives, creating days and nights. As we all know, light symbolizes knowledge and darkness symbolizes ignorance. Sun is a symbol for knowledge. This glorious manifestation can be visualized and contemplated upon. Even though Brahman is the essence of all beings, one can realize its manifestation as the sun, the life giver for all our beings on earth. In the next slide, we see the sage Agastya initiates Sri Rama with Surya meditation, as you observe in this slide. Sage Agastya reminded Sri Rama of the sun god Aditya's full glory and unlimited prowess through this stotram. He gives a vivid picture of the earth, the solar system, living creatures, both plants and animals, mountains, the forces of nature like fire, air, water, soil, and sky, and are brought before Sri Rama's vision. Sage Agastya asserts that Lord Surya's grace was essential for achieving victory over enemies, removing sins, eliminating worries, energizing the body for restoring vitality and longevity. In this stotra, the visual brightness, inherent heat, and intellectually luminous nature of Lord Surya is described many times as the remover of darkness, dullness, ignorance, and coldness, both in the cosmos and within us. It is the darkness and ignorance inside us which lead to physical dullness and mental gloominess. These were removed by meditating on his bright visual imagery. Now in the next slide, the sage further declares that Rama was from the Surya Vamsha, the lineage descended from the sun god. The sage assimilates Sri Rama's scattered frame of mind by narrating how well Surya coordinates the various functions in the cosmos through his single divine will. Hearing all this, Sri Rama gains energy and new hope of defeating Ravana. He faces Ravana again after framing his war strategies and reviving his archery skills. The great splendor Sri Rama got over his grief. With great happiness and a quiet mind, he internalized the mantra. He mentally picturized the cosmic form described by sage Agastya and meditated on that. After invocation by Sri Rama, the highly delighted Aditya, the sun god, knowing that the end of Asura king has come near, appeared in the midst of the gods and blesses Sri Rama to attain victory over Ravana, and it happened. Surya is known by several names. In this stotram, we can recognize Surya Ashtottara or 108 names of Surya. Now, in the next slide, we can just understand the significance of Aditya hridayam. It says Sarva Shatru Vinashanam. Here, Sarva Shatru means all the enemies are the Tapatrayas. Enemies are of two types, external and internal. The internal enemies are 6 in number. They are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsarya as described in the basic Vedanta text. Once these are conquered, a person attains clarity about the problems he is handling and his own duty or swadharma with respect to the external issues, and thus he attains success. This chanting or this meditation destroys the external and internal enemies obstructing the victory. So this stotram is not only meant for Rama, but it is for all of us. The second phalam says is Sarva Papa Pranashanam, that which removes all sins. It does not mean that God takes away all our sins. Instead, he is said to give us good thinking. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 10, the Lord says, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, which means that the divine being gives us the discriminating intellect which enables us to know what is right and what is wrong, and thus one can avoid sins. Hence, this meditation would give proper perspective to face issues in life. Right thinking removes papam and sinful activities. Now, the secrets of Aditya Upasana is revealed to Sri Rama in the battlefield, as said before. It is seen in the next slide. The sage Agastya indicates that the Upasana on the cosmic form can be done as Brahmaji, Vishnu, Shiva, Skanda, and all others through one form as Aditya. Anyone who worships this cosmic form will never come to grief in any greater danger, adversity, or a frightening situation. A person achieves purity of Trikaranas. They are body, mind, and speech. This meditation enables the practitioner to have a clear vision of one's role in the universe and attain the vision of oneness of all beings. All of us are not facing any war situation like Sri Rama did, but we do face several critical situations, fears, anxieties for the preparation of exams or day-to-day affairs. These are the day-to-day battles of the ordinary man, ordinary people like us. For such a person, this meditation gives a broader picture of reality and infuses enthusiasm and encourage in his mind. And also, this meditation is not only for success in worldly pursuits, but also for guiding the seekers. The ordinary devotee may merely recite the text and benefit from it, while a person on the path of knowledge would dwell on the meaning of the text and realize the supreme reality. Thus, the same text is read by two persons at two different levels. Aditya hridayam is one such meditation meant for the layman as well as person who is inclined towards self-knowledge. He also shows how Surya was truly a single form of manifestation of all the major gods and lower gods as well, thereby claiming troubled Sri Rama as to which God to pray for his present situation. Lord Surya offers a solution to the above dilemma by being an integrated and visible God, displaying aspects of all gods in himself. Relevance of Aditya Upasana to us. We, the old and young, like you all alike, still struggle more than ever before these days from lack of time juggling commitments and duties. Lord Surya's timeliness in doing his duties multifaceted skills and coordination powers can aid us in managing our duties by praying sincerely to the Lord Surya even today. The repetition of the stotra and visualization of cosmic processes can indeed rewire our internal systems to increase our work coordination abilities. In the next slide, we see how Rama defeated Ravana. Sun is the destroyer of nocturnal forms. In this stotra, the word Nishicharapati refers to Ravana, the lord of demons. The demons are said to become powerful in the night times. Figuratively, it refers to our own unrefined thoughts which arise in the dark hours. The benefits of rays of sunlight are well known for healing several diseases, including those related to eyes and skin. Lord Surya, as God of good health, bestows us immunity and digestive fire energy to withstand or prevent many diseases. Solar energy is recognized as a vital alternative with renewable power source for addressing the global energy crisis. Now let us learn a simple Surya mantra to meditate to get good health and sadbuddhi. It says, can you all repeat, children, please? Namah Suryaya.
Namah Suryaya.
Shantaya.
Shantaya.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Ayurarogyam. Aishwaryam. Dehi Devaha Jagatpate. Now, yes. Jagatpate. Yes. Now you are familiar with the wordings. Let me teach you the chanting. Every day as you wake up.
Mama, I have taken a screenshot. I will do it every day.
Oh, very nice. So smart. So smart. You are all very smart, very intelligent children. Anyway, let me teach this. Namah Suryaya Shantaya. Can you repeat?
Namah Suryaya Shantaya.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Ayurarogyam Aishwaryam.
Ayurarogyam Aishwaryam.
Dehi Deva Jagatpate.
Dehi Deva Jagatpate.
Once again. Namah Suryaya Shantaya.
Namah Suryaya Shantaya.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Sarva Roga Nivarine.
Ayurarogyam Aishwaryam.
Ayurarogyam Aishwaryam.
Dehi Deva Jagatpate.
Dehi Deva Jagatpate.
Jagatpate. Yes. Now you can see the meaning in the slide itself. That is, he gives good health for everyone. Now you have to face your exams in few days, or you might have you have finished it also, isn't it? So this is the simple Surya mantra. You can daily chant and practice. Later, some other session, I can teach you Aditya hridayam mantra itself. So I personally thank Dr. Sachin and all the children for the opportunity given and the patient listening. May Aditya bless you all with good health and sadbuddhi. Hariom. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. Maybe we'll be fortunate someday to learn Aditya Hridayam.
Sure, sir.
Try to. I also take